Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Okay, public service announcements do not go away. Today's map is not the one that was previously advertised. Unfortunately, that one refused to load. I spent a couple of hours doing my best to get it to load because I really wanted to review it so badly, and I'm sure we will at some point once we work out what the problem is. Until then, I needed to review another map, and I needed to do it very quickly, having spent 2 hours already, and the easiest way of doing that was to go and find the most recent map on the workshop that had no thumbnail and no description, and we're going to be very, very kind in the comments. In fact, I'm going to find lots of positive things to talk about. But before we do that, there was a post shared on a Cities Skylines group on Facebook that was just too good for me not to follow up. It was originally from a link on Instagram, which I'll show you some pictures in a moment. And this is the most Cities Skylines thing in real life you will ever see. And when I say real life, this is genuine. This is not a faux. This is not a faux. It's not a fraud. It's not a hoax. It's genuine. First of all, the overall layout looks pretty pleasing. It does look a bit Cities Skylines, but wait until you see this. What? This is Mudanu, apologies for the pronunciations, Bolu Turkey, from instagram.com/Lanasator. Do check him out. It's a really interesting Instagram page. But what the... Who approved this? It's madness. Anyway, let's go back to today's map. First of all, very important to tell you that...
It's my first map.
That's right. So... it may be well, not just a first-time creator, it may even be a young person. So let's be very kind in the comments and just learn from it, okay? Let's just learn some lessons. BonBonBingo link is in the description as well, and of course the daily reminder always starts our show with a bang. That's right, banging that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is, hang on, I've got the pronunciation here, Singdi2 by Jasper 80911. Singdi2 is Chinese for new map. There's your start square. The thumbnail, of course, was taken by night, which is the best view. Got to say, the best view. Terrain height's very flat. Really good for those of you that want flat terrain for building an easy city. So credit for that one. And the resources are good and strong as well. We're going to find lots of positive things to say about this map. Remember, be kind in the comments. If you're not, I will delete your comment. Fishing. If you've got Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, I quite like that as well. Okay, credit. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a 100% vanilla map. You don't need any DLC. We'll be using the vanilla temperate theme, the realistic 1.2 LUT. We have 2 subscribers, of which I am one, and no doubt the creator is the other. If you do go and subscribe to the map, like it up, okay? Because I will be doing that myself. Because I think it's only nice. Having highlighted the map on the show, I think it's only fair that I give it a quick like, and I'm going to be doing that straight after recording this. So Jasper 80911, if you do happen to be watching this and if you do understand English, I'm not here to rip your map apart. I'm not here to be nasty in any way, shape or form. We'll find some, you've definitely done some positive stuff on this map, okay? It's not as detailed or as technical as many of the maps we review on this show. Far from it. It is, compared to many of the maps we review on the show, quite amateur, and I don't want that to be a negative, but we do tend to review all the best maps off of the workshop, so you're being compared with some of the best maps on the workshop. I guarantee you, if we did random map reviews and didn't look at what we were going to review in advance, this map is probably average. I would say probably average, and I say there are plenty of good things to talk about. One of them, which I won't be showing you later, this is your start square intersection. Plopped vanilla wishbone, which is fine. It is what it is. We've got a bit of jinky janky leading up to it as well, sadly, but we can deal with that one. I'm pretty sure they made this map 100% vanilla without the Move It mods, so there's that. But the the start square over there, the intersection just sticks its nose into. We don't take up any space with highways. Another jinky janky going on there as well. So we don't take up any space in the start square with the highway. So you've got the whole of that tile to work with and be creative with. Apart from, of course, there's a little bit of water running through it. You may have noticed there's a river off to our right hand side. The river is both good and troubled at the same time. And please listen to the word good. It is good. It does have some troubles at the same time. Anyway, the highway here, I think in real life we probably would have gone around the forest rather than digging our way through the forest. Regulars to the show will already have noticed, though, that we don't have any trees showing through, and you're probably wondering, have I switched Anarchy off? No, I haven't. That goes to show some good work, some good standards. I'm all about the good standards today. Got a vanilla cloverleaf coming up in a moment, and some jinky janky leading up to it. That is, it's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh, but maybe aesthetically pleasing for the bowing going around. Oh, another jinky janky leading onto it, and then of course the plopped cloverleaf. Now they've tried to be creative here with the roads. Obviously they don't have mass transit, so they only have the highways, the one lane highway, and they clearly wanted to have one lane highways. And we've all done this before getting DLC or mods or anything like that, custom content. We have all done exactly this. If we go off to the top of the map, the roads come really, they kind of bounce off each other here, boing, and they separate up like so. But yes, come on, be honest. Tell me you haven't done exactly the same when you first got the game. I'm assuming Jasper is new to the game, and this is, like I say, it's their very first map, their very first upload, and we're not going to put them off the game by being negative. We're going to find lots of positives. Like, this is interesting. Okay, get to the edge of the map. We hit the edge of the map by going with an elevated road, and this is very sweet. Okay, this is very sweet. Off the edge of the map over there. If we were to have taken the other route, there's your edge of map connections, just showing you that we have them. We have edge of map connections, they're not hidden today. Then we have the bridge over here. There is a rail as well, which we'll take a glance at in the second half of the show. But for now, I think it's time to take a little glance at one of my tutorials coming right up now.
Are you struggling with water physics in the game? Are you constantly drowning and flooding your soggy little sins? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Water Physics by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to the shipping routes at, oh, hang on a second, Sing D2, or new map in Chinese. And these are fine. We've got 3 of them all coming into the river. They get a bit close together, but I do like the way they push a long way up the river. I mean, you can get a harbour right the way up there. They get a bit close, which means any ships coming down this way and going up simultaneously will ghost through each other. And the same is going to happen about there. So that's a minor improvement that could be made. And we have another shipping connection here. Now, we know that they haven't got mods, so when they put in their 5th shipping connection from here, probably in order, like this one, when they got to the edge of the map, it didn't connect, and we have got a hovering shipping connection there that doesn't quite make it to the edge of the map. But very similar with the air routes. We've got one here that goes right away across the map to there, and the other one, that one doesn't connect fully. This one doesn't connect at either end, so that one won't be used at all. And there's another one at the top of the map. Water flow, it is a working river, and it's a pleasing width, it's a pleasing depth. We have got ripples coming down it, and that is a little bit of lack of water control. I think there's definitely some work on the river that could be done, but it's a big job, and for somebody taking on their first map, it is a very big job. So I don't expect this to be tidied up, but if you want to take it on yourself, feel free. Have some fun with it. Right, overall the map, the overall design, there's not really much of one, but I've seen worse. See the old water spawn points up there as well. So there's a good water push coming down that river, and it's good to see. So let's talk about some of these positive things. Okay, so we've already spoken about there are no trees under the road, and I really expected there to be trees under the road. This goes to show that the creator has taken the time to remove them. They literally have technically removed them. That's impressive, okay? For a newbie, that's impressive work. We've got proper water flow, finding all the positive things. I'll find a few negatives in a moment. I won't go too heavy on the negatives. It's very flat, which means if you want to play an easy build map, this is exactly for you. So it's very flat indeed. We've got lots of strong resource areas, and because of the vanilla theme, they're very easy to see as well. So if you want to play a resource game and not have to look for where's the ore, here's the ore right there. So that's strong as well. We've got plenty of harbour potentials up the river. See, they're positives, always positives to say about a map. All the way up here, you've got access to harbours. I like that idea at all. And a double bonus. There, we've got a good location there. We've got this low bridge here, and because the shipping routes fall short of that, it means we have no shipping clipping through the bridge, which is good. Gone to the effort of trying to beautify the river. We've got a few drowned trees, sadly. They're all wearing their trunks, that's right. We've got a few drowned trees. I think that's mostly because of the rippling of the water there. But they have attempts at beautifying the water's edge. And again, I think for somebody making their first map, who probably didn't realise how long these things take, that's a pretty good effort. And also they've had an attempt at creating a custom highway network, single lane highway network. Again, yes, it's not the most polished thing in the world, but to actually think, do you know what, I want to try and do this, and then have a go at doing it, that has to be credible work, so credit there. Now, it does have a few little bits and problems about, yeah, this lumpy river is going to cause you some flooding down the edges. You're going to have to do a little bit of seawall work or something like that to control it, I feel, because reworking the entire river is a major job. But let me just turn these lines of terrain on, and you'll see it's a smooth line. It's just ripples forcing their way down the river, and there's not really an awful lot we can do about it without a major rework. So yeah, get those vanilla keys up and just contain that, and then, you know, have a flood-free city. Now, I did say something about the rail. I got a couple of minor grumbles with the rail, but let's start off with the good stuff. Always some good stuff, okay? First of all, nice straight line. It has no reason not to be straight. Again, I feel that the rail would go around the forest, but I can find an argument for this one. These are the two single lane one-way tracks, by the way. It stops in the forest, so why not make this your forestry area? Put a cargo hub right there, get the forest in, get the forest out, and basically make money for your city by doing that. I think that is definitely a plan. And if we're talking about minor grumbles, we have got possible boat bumping, and of course these not quite connected shipping routes because we ran out of connections. Meanwhile, back to the start square, we have the assets of the day. And these are going to blow your mind. They really are. They're the building holograms by Nardo. They're props that you put on the side of your big old buildings and make it look really jazzy. I won't talk through what they are because you can see what they are. Has anybody seen Squid Game yet? No, I haven't yet. And factoids because the creator is called Jasper. I thought we'd do a Jasper factoid. Jasper is an opaque and fine-grained variety of quartz. It often contains organic material and mineral oxides. Read it, BonBon. Mineral oxides, which give it interesting patterns, bands, and colours. Jasper was a favourite gem in ancient times and is referenced in Greek, Hebrew, Assyrian, and Latin literature. So Jasper, if you've got any Jasper jewellery, let me know in the comments. How bad am I getting? Desperate to get comments. Tell me about your experience with Jasper. Have you ever met anybody called Jasper? Have you ever met anybody not called Jasper? Tell me in the comments. Anyway, these are great. Nardo, these are great, my friend. Absolutely amazing. The most visual thing on the map, so we might be using them. For the thumbnail, I think, is basically... I don't think I can find a decent thumbnail otherwise, so... Anyway, let's spin this thing around and ask you, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description. It will take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. Now, while I've been as kind as I can in the flyover, I've got to be honest with the ratings. So let's be as generous as I can here. Aesthetically, there's not really too much to talk about, really. There's not really too much design. Completely vanilla, and there's just no finesse being put on the forests or such. It's not ugly. It could be a lot more unappealing. So I'm going to go slightly below middle 2. I just can't go any. I can't go 3. I can't go 3. And the same's going to go with the detailing as well. There's a lot of little bits of work to done. I appreciate the efforts being made by clearing the road of the trees and various little bits like that, but it's still middle 2. Gameplay, okay, it's playable, which means I'm going to go 3 stars, but it's at the bottom end of that because, again, the appeal is part of it. Sing Thee 2 by Jasper80911. I don't blame Jasper at all. They've had a go at making a map. They may have had the game for 10 minutes, and I applaud their effort. And they've actually done some good work in there as well. And that, I think, just deserves a proper round of applause from everybody who's outside or inside the community. Now, if you're here still, you are very much inside the 20 and out 20 and out elite community. Use the word of the day in the comments to score some population back points just for fun, and I'm going to be back tomorrow with my teeth in.